Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Python and its basics. In this video, we're going to learn that we are taking two dictionaries and we are converting them into a form of a tuple, a list, and a dictionary. Now, today's problem looks pretty simple, merging of two dictionaries, but the real question here is how should the merged data be represented? We have taken two dictionaries A and B here, where A maps its items apple and lemon to its corresponding states, Madhya Pradesh and Arunachal Pradesh, and dictionary B here, which maps the same items apple and lemon to its corresponding price values, that is 100 and 500. So when we merge them, we have multiple ways to represent the result, right? So in the first option, we have a tuple where we are going to convert these two dictionaries into a tuple, right? So moving to the code, we can see mentioned two dictionaries here, printing them out, and initialized an empty dictionary to result, right? So in line 47, we are looping through dictionary A, and we can see that we are not looping through dictionary B. That means that dictionary B is being used as a lookup table. A lookup table, you can say, is a data source that you query using a key rather than just iterating over it, right? And A third brackets key represents the value that we get from dictionary A, that is corresponding to the key right here, right? So that by this, what we are getting is MP, right? And by this, we are using a get method. We can write it the same way, the same syntax that we're using to get the membership value MP from dictionary A. Now, here we're using get method to obtain the value. We can also write it using third brackets for dictionary B to get the value using that key, right? So when we get MP and 100 for the same index, when key is apple, we assign it, but before we do assign it, we are converting them into a tuple using this parenthesis outside, right? And it is having a comma separator, and we assign this to the result corresponding to the same key, right? Now when key iterates over the second element, that is lemon, it does the same. It takes the same, that is uh, same value from dictionary A second index when key is equals to lemon, that is AP, and for B it takes 500, right? And it assigns it, converts it to a tuple and assigns it to the result dictionary. Now result is no longer a dictionary after it has assigned it, because right now it's showing it's a dictionary right here, but after we have assigned, converted this into a tuple and inserted the value into this, by this statement we check that result type is of type tuple. It's no longer a dictionary, right? Let me just prove it to you. If I just execute this program right here, right, it's in the form of a tuple. Now similarly, we have a list. It does the same with the list. We are just assigning, taking the values, that is MP and 100, right, from here, and we are assigning it, converting it to a list, and then we are assigning it to the result. But in option 3, the game here changes entirely. We are no longer just grouping values here. We are creating relationships, that is MP and 100. We are saying that Madhya Pradesh and 100 are in relationship, key value pairs, belonging to a common element called apple. Now this is what we got from two different dictionaries, right? This is the semantic and it's expressive. But there's a catch right here. We are turning data into keys, that is MP and AP, which were previously values, now they are turning into keys. And that's risky in real systems because keys must be unique, right? And keys are harder to manage dynamically. So, the real insight here is all three approaches merge data, but they differ in how usable the result is later. Tuples and lists is structure without meaning, but a dictionary has meaning but with constraints. So, what should we actually do? In real world systems, the correct approach would be in this format, right? Now, everything is readable, scalable, maintainable, but when you merge data, you don't just ask, should I combine this, right? What you should be asking is, would this structure make sense 6 months later in use? What will the impact be, right? So, most beginners think this is about tuples versus lists, but it's not. It's about how we design data so the future doesn't break, right? In the future, this code doesn't break. So that's my take. Hope this helped. Let me know what topic I can cover next, and I'll see you in the next one.